Through the Reserved Officers Training Corps at Virginia State University, future leaders are born. Forged by hard work, purpose, and direction. And through ROTC, courage is molded. Mental and moral standards are formed. By way of classroom instruction and field training. This training also develops physical strength, builds confidence, and cultivates commitment. ROTC training also provides an understanding of the nature and operations of the United States Army, where character is developed, morale is built, discipline is framed through duty, preparation, and loyalty. These leadership principles, these Army values, have led me to this understanding. The soldier is steadfast and proficient. I should know. My dad is a career military officer, and I'm proud of his service in the United States Army. I'm Blair Underwood, asking you to consider Virginia State University for your ROTC education, building a better world since 1882.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it. Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it. Left, right, left. Pump, 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 pump it up.
Like the other, over 200 programs across the country, Senior Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, is who we are. We are obviously assigned to Virginia State University, so it's Virginia State's program designed to educate, train, and commission young men and women to be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army. So we're also specifically designed to commission Army second lieutenants.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
For us, we're fortunate that Virginia State is so well known nationally and has as a name well known that we get a lot of students really from all over the country.
Hey, y'all have a good run? All right.
Someone looking at joining, I think they need to know that, they're here first and foremost to learn leadership.
Battalion, attention! Forward, march!
Then as they continue on in their ROTC career, it gets molded into something specific, which is the Army. Using those leadership dimensions in a military environment.
Attention!
When you get done, you're going to be a better person.
Marching down the avenue! Marching down the avenue!
The Army kind of defines it as we're looking for scholars, athletes, and leaders.
What? She wale wale. What? She bang bang. What? She wale wale. What? Watch me do my thing. What?
Good job, man. Come on, come on, come on.
Typical day of the cadets, I usually get there about 0500.
1 minute!
Cadets get there about 0530. We'll do accountability formation.
Because we do require a level of physical fitness.
8, 7, 6, 5.
You got it. One more. Come on. One more. Let's go.
Accountability is very important because we're going to make sure all the cadets is there on time.
Let's go, y'all. Keep it up. 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 Let's go, Lowry. Let's go, Lowry.
And
knock him out, y'all. Knock him out.
Making sure that we're ready to train, physical training that day.
Let's go, Quiznos. Let's go.
We constantly tell the cadets that there's more than just the physical fitness aspect of the morning formation.
All right, when you're doing a push-up, your body needs to move as one unit. Make sure.
It's about understanding what formation means, showing up in the right uniform at the right time, and then doing your exercises. But in addition to that, we also encourage them to work out, whether it's at Daniel's gym or at another fitness facility, to kind of increase their level of physical fitness.
Hey, Captain Jack! Hey, Captain Jack! Beat me down by the railroad track! Beat me down by the railroad track!
Well, I chose ROTC here because in high school, I knew this is what I wanted to do when I was a sophomore. Coming out of my senior year, I hadn't received my scholarship from anywhere that I had applied to yet, but I was on the phone with a bunch of schools, and then I think in mid-April, I was at school one day, and Captain Miller from here called my mom and said, "We're offering Dylan a full scholarship." She texted it to me, and I was like, okay, I'm going to Virginia State then. That's when I decided it's all about the money and whatnot, because I didn't have the money to pay for it.
I would say for incoming freshmen in particular, it's an opportunity to be part of a structured, organized cohort, if you will, of fellow like-minded students. In almost every case, will graduate within 4 years.
When you get into your first unit as a platoon sergeant, what you expect from your platoon sergeant, okay?
They immediately get an additional advisor, if you will, because every student that's assigned to a military science class, that instructor, that staff member who instructs them,
This right here as a cadet or a second lieutenant, this
is required to ensure they maintain accountability on their degree work, meaning that we also have a vested interest in making sure that that young man or woman graduates in 4 years.
Pump me up, you pump me up, pump me up, you pump me up. Sound off, sound off, sound off, sound off.
Well, when I came here my freshman year, I was broke like most college students, and during freshman orientation, PMS at the time, Colonel Tompkins, came to the stage and was talking about all the benefits that ROTC had to offer. So next day I went down to the ROTC building and enrolled.
And operating systems like Windows 7,
they practically pay you to go to college, so it was a no-brainer.
The benefits for the cadet down the road once they commission and they enter the active or reserve force is that there's an expectation as a commissioned officer that he or she will lead by example.
Hey, y'all need to hurry up.
We ensure that every cadet before they commission is comfortable in the water.
You see my legs? Look at my legs under the water.
In those situations, we want to make cadets feel like they can be successful in a combat situation where they possibly had to get out of a helicopter or anything like that.
Slow your breathing, slow your breathing.
That'll save a battle buddy. And we don't want them to be scared and don't know that they can do it.
He's here to train.
Here to train who?
All right, come on, let's get started.
Let's get started then.
A lot of people are afraid to jump off of a diving board, for example, blindfolded into water, especially if they're not very good swimmers.
When you're swimming, for example, and you have all your gear on, we'll teach you how to swim with your gear on and also holding your weapon. Because you never want to leave your weapon. Because because anybody can come pick your weapon up. Like the enemy, for example, could come take your weapon and they could use it against us. Most of the cadets, they respond real well. They don't show too much fear. You may have one or two that get up there because they're not confident in their swimming. But once they do it the first time, it's too easy to do it again.
Two key things that a leader does every day. He improves him or herself, looks for opportunities to make themselves better, but most importantly, he looks for opportunities to make those around him better.
As a component of the United States Army, the Reserve Officer Training Corps program, or battalion, which at all the university levels were considered battalions.
Osback! Sir!
We, of course, answer to a brigade and then also a command.
This was a national roll call. Virginia State is one of several universities that are considered military friendly.
Virginia State is doing a fabulous job meeting its mission, and that is producing quality officers to serve as second lieutenants in the United States Army. Good to see you. It's great to see you.
And Dr. Miller has been very proactive about supporting ROTC.
As he's focusing on identifying the best quality to be part of the Virginia State team, we are also able to recruit from that population at Virginia State.
He's met with Colonel Edmonds, and in fact, Colonel Edmonds has commented numerous times to me that, you know, how fortunate I am because Dr. Miller really, as he puts it, gets it.
Well, it's a win-win because Dr. Miller and the university are focused on developing our country's future leaders.
Building a better world isn't only the work of the leaders, it is work for all of us.
And we're also focused on developing our Army's future leaders. When I say make others better, I'm talking about, you know, help them become a better soldier, but also help them become a better person.
What he told me personally was, don't let camp make you. You make camp. You know, you make it what you want it to be.
Be confident.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and use the LDAC as an opportunity to demonstrate what you know.
Yes, sir.
Don't let it happen to you. You make it happen to LDAC.
Yes, sir.
You're right.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead. Take a select switch. Safe. Just sit by.
Zero qualification we used, it was more towards the MS4s.
When we go down there, make sure we put it on 25 meters zero.
So they get ready to commission as a lieutenant.
Sight in on your target.
When they go to their unit, they'll know how to battle sight zero their weapon.
Take your glove off. That's why you probably got all your trigger and you're jerking the trigger, and that's why your bullets going all over the place.
Some cadets is not exposed to actual live ammo.
Make sure the weapon's in your armpit.
Or even ever shot a weapon before.
And then fire your target. Go ahead and fire. If your eyes are blurry, don't worry about shooting.
At the firing range, of course, safety is the #1 priority.
Safety, safety, safety.
My Sergeant Knight at the range, he's really,
you need to see the target.
He really gets you motivated.
Triangulate your shot group.
He's real experienced.
Once you exhale
and weapons,
that's when that bullet should be firing.
He has over 20 years of experience.
Okay, lock and load.
Actual combat.
Take that weapon, you qualify.
He's pretty good.
You can go in there and see.
He's excellent when it comes to firearms.
Triangulate your shot group. If you blurry, that's when you're just shooting.
So you gotta be strict out there on the range with them.
Myself, I love firearms.
It's kind of fun.
Anytime I can go to the range and let off a couple rounds is always a great time for me.
Part of some of the immediate benefits of a good physical training program is there is a competition.
Once you reach the finish, your overall time will stop.
Every year called a Ranger Challenge.
Ranger Challenge is a great opportunity for us to have the 38 programs bring teams to one location and to compete.
This is the last overall briefing that you will receive.
So every year we put together a team.
If you have any questions, ask them during or after this brief.
About 11 to 12 cadets that first they have a desire to be on the team, and second, then they try out for a slot.
ACU, top and bottom.
It's a great 36-hour competition that focuses on mental, physical, and emotional components of becoming a leader.
Right now, you should be finishing up anything you need to finish up.
Everett was he was the Ranger Challenge captain, so his job was to
3913
help train him on the different events.
With Cadet Everett, he was the squad leader. Actually, he's the team captain. He's been on the Ranger Challenge team since his freshman year.
Half these points I know they're at before even plotting them.
So we figure, since he has the most experience, he knows what we have to do at the competition. We voted him to be the captain.
The competition is extremely rigorous and mostly physical.
And the competition isn't against each other as much as it is to raise everybody's standard and improve everybody's performance.
We just wanted to go out there and give 110%. I mean, there's not much you can do when it comes to Ranger Challenge except for prepare.
You guys have any questions, comments, concerns?
Most of the events are teamwork based.
Anything that touches the white engineer tape is a point or a time deducted.
Like the rope bridge, you can't do that by yourself.
2, 3, 4.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Almost there. Keep pulling. Watch your legs.
Pulling yourself across that rope is kind of tiring. So we had to make sure we gave them that extra push. So we had to work as a team.
Come down some, come down some.
The way we trained was to do it the way you do it in combat.
Because we had to work as a team, not only for one person to get to the other, but think and help each other cross from one side to another.
Down. Good job, now you help me out.
Your time was 14:40, 39/10 of a second.
We going against time. No matter who come across first or whatever, how fast they do it, we going against time.
I would venture to guess that's probably the toughest thing they'll do. Maybe
the obstacle course is next, maybe. So.
Being a leader in the Army, and every position in the Army, you're always part of a team. And Ranger Challenge reinforces the importance of being a team player, an important member of the team, and contributing to success of the overall mission.
3, 8, 5,
they don't give us exactly where the next event is. They give us a grid, and we have to map that grid on our map.
Well, the tough one is just what it's called. It's the first obstacle on the course, and it's one of the toughest. The first event is climbing a rope. I chose to go first since I was squad leader to demonstrate to my team what to do.
Me, being one of the bigger guys on the team, me and Cadet Peterson, we was kind of worried because, 230-pound guy trying to climb a rope, that's a little tough.
Brown, he did it pretty well.
I'm not afraid of heights, so I had no problem with that. Climbed down the cargo net. I yelled at Peterson, it's his turn.
Go, Peterson.
What's this guy do?
Waiting on you, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Just hangs there.
We waiting on you, baby.
Don't even move.
Let's go. Let's go, Peterson.
Peterson had the most trouble.
I was the last cadet to go on the tough one.
He got about 3/4 of the way, and then his body just quit. He gave out.
On the rope, my arms didn't want to go anymore.
He stood on the rope for about 3 minutes, I think.
I kept my arms locked and swung my legs up on top of the 2x4 board that they have at the top of the tough one and lifted myself up that way.
He tried though. I gave him some props though. He tried to hang on for about 6 to 7 seconds, then he had to hop on the ladder. You owe me $5 though. It's $5. No, because you got over it though.
I did get over it.
Me and Peterson, we're like competitors. We always go back and forth on anything. It could be ROTC, it could be non-ROTC, it could just be talking about sports. We always go back and forth.
Read the instructions on every single one of them. It'll give you the answers that you're gonna look for.
Roger.
All right?
What is it?
Just one at a time, one cadet at a time, but of course we
Doesn't
can't.
say how many at the distance. They're right there. 1 meter interval, right there. Confidence climb is tough for a lot of people because a lot of people are scared of heights.
I think that's the most difficult. It's really a mental thing.
It's simple. I mean, you're basically climbing a ladder. Wooden beams going all the way up.
They understand the importance of physical fitness, how that builds durability, how that builds resilience, how that builds an ability to overcome hardships. If you're physically fit, you're just more capable of enduring difficult circumstances. As an officer, the better their ability will be to think critically, to plan, to prepare, and to lead soldiers.
Grenades.
Right out.
Back out. Back out. Go ahead and go into the holding area and take a seat.
So let's take it back to the initial. All right, when we first, Cadet Strickland, when I first told him he was squad leader, what did he immediately do?
360 security.
360 security. Good job on that.
And then they'll go on and they'll do squad training exercise or sticks, we call it STX, where they actually take a small squad and they're given a mission and they're given about a 2-hour block to complete it.
All of this is specific to the mission.
We came to what's called a linear danger area. And in this particular case, it's where the wood line stopped.
Right here. White.
So what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to go to where the road is or the objective, where the enemy's supposedly supposed to run past.
I was the first one to go across the danger area, and as soon as I left the wood line, we got caught in an ambush.
It was at least 6 of them.
What happened was we took fire. I got some casualties.
I was shot, which means I was down and effectively out of the fight.
Yeah, Peterson, he took fire from an enemy.
An Army doctrine, you're not supposed to leave a fallen comrade behind.
Yes, that's part of the warrior ethos. It's very important that you have accountability of everybody.
Tango 16, this is Charlie 3-1. Requesting a 9-line medevac.
Obviously, at that point in time, I was the fallen comrade, and Cadet Strickland had to get me out of that situation some way, shape, or form. How he was going to do it was completely up to him.
As a team leader, Strickland he told me to go pick up Peterson.
Once he was hit, it really kind of hurt once he was hit because Peterson is one of those guys where he's one of those more squared away guys. Like, he's one of those guys that you would want to be under you while you're leading because he's got a good understanding of everything.
We had too many people down.
We have an evaluator at that particular lane. It was Cadet Askew. He was the one evaluating, but he was also at the end of it, he gave what's called a AAR, after action review, on how he did it and how he could have done it better.
You can't freeze, you gotta keep thinking. But you made the right calls when it happened.
The Trojan Warrior is a student, is a cadet, is a leader, is an athlete, is a scholar, is really the complete package. It is an individual who has made a decision that they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And initially it starts here at Virginia State University as a cadet and as a student, and as a member of a student body of a university that's bound and determined to make a difference.
ROTC has made me a better man, really. It has allowed me to think critically.
I mainly want to say thank you just for the ROTC for giving me a chance to even earn a scholarship.
I'm satisfied as far as what I've learned. You know, it's turned me into a better man. I've learned more about respect, discipline, honor, definitely.
They pay you on the 1st to the 15th of every month, so you have little money to, you have enough money to do what you want as a college student.
Through the Reserved Officers Training Corps at Virginia State University, future leaders are born. Forged by hard work, purpose, and direction. And through ROTC, courage is molded. Mental and moral standards are formed. By way of classroom instruction and field training. This training also develops physical strength, builds confidence, and cultivates commitment. ROTC training also provides an understanding of the nature and operations of the United States Army, where character is developed, morale is built, discipline is framed through duty, preparation, and loyalty. These leadership principles, these Army values, have led me to this understanding. The soldier is steadfast and proficient. I should know. My dad is a career military officer, and I'm proud of his service in the United States Army. I'm Blair Underwood, asking you to consider Virginia State University for your ROTC education, building a better world since 1882.